Hello everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here. Today I'm back and I have an interesting video for you. Today I'm out here making some candles and I'm using some of the common wax if you haven't seen my video on common wax, please check the description box down below. That is a term that I use. I call it common wax. It's a term that I use that describes all different forms of wax that are put together into one wax. And I remember on that video there was a comment left, and I can't remember who it was, but there was an individual that asked, does the common wax make good candles? So here is my video response for that person. Right here you can see that I have this little candle. It's not complete yet, but this is just fresh out of the mold. And here's another one out of a very similar mold. I like this one because it has a little divot in the back. And these are the wax ingots that I make. I'm just using standard little aluminum throwaway loaf pans, and this is common wax ingots. And what I do when I'm going to make the candles is I have a very inexpensive little stove over here. This is about 13 bucks, this stove here on Amazon, and it's a little butane, isopro butane stove, so it uses butane propane mix. It's a good stove. So I'll put one of the ingots in this little pot and I'll heat the wax up, and then to get these forms that look like this, or they look like this, what I'll do is I'll use the Stanley shot glass kit. So this kit comes from Stanley Company. It has 4 stainless steel shot glasses in it, and it has the actual container. So the container makes this size, which is pretty cool, and I would use this as the top. And then the little shot glasses, they make this size. So you just pour the wax in there, and it'll leave a little divot there because the wax is different types of wax, so it always leaves this little divot as it cools. That's kind of normal, but you can see that I can do 4 little ingots at a time, and possibly even one big one, all in one whack. And I really like this. This works out pretty good. This kit from Stanley is like 15 bucks or something like that. Works great. You can see that I have a little piece of plywood here, a little siding on the bench, and that's so that I can not spill wax as much all over my bench. Just in case you were curious, this is what this Stanley kit comes in. It's a packable shot glass set. It's got 4 2-ounce shots, and then it's got the holder. Pretty cool. You got Backpacker's Editor's Choice Award, summer of 2016. So these are pretty cool little shot glasses. This is cotton string that I buy. This is the cotton string that's used for tying the legs up on a chicken. I buy these this whole roll of string. I buy it at a food, like a kitchen kind of store. And then as I get the wax heated up, I lay the string down in there and I get the whole string saturated. You know, I'll usually do a couple feet at a time, and I'll get it all saturated, and then I'll lay it out flat like this so it can solidify. So when I get the ingots and I finish them out of the mold, and I'm dealing with something like this, what I'll do is I'll take the little pan here and I'll take my cordless drill and I'll hold it over the pan, and I use just a small drill bit. This is probably like a 1/8 inch drill bit, and then I'll try to center it as much as I can. and I'll drill a little hole. Hopefully you're seeing that. I'll drill a little hole through the wax, just like this. Nothing too crazy. Kind of spin it, and if you see a lot of wobble, you're not real straight. But, you know, these are just little candles. So then from there, what I'll do is I'll take the string, and I'll make sure that the tip is kind of flat, and I'll shove it into the candle here, just like that, and I'll pop it through the top. Then what I'll do at the bottom of the candle is I will cut this, and I'll leave just a little bit to fold over. Okay, so now here's the trick that I like to use. When I leave the string at the bottom, I'll come right over here on my bench, and I'll just kind of lay the thing down, and I'll push real hard kind of downward, and what it does is it'll smash the bottom of the string to the candle. So I don't need wick holders and all that kind of thing. Now the little divot here, if I have any little shavings of wax, I'll just kind of pour them. Hopefully you're seeing this. I'll kind of pour them right onto the candle like that, and then when I light it, it'll melt those little pieces of wax, and it'll fill that void for the most part. So I'll go ahead and let that burn for a little bit. Now the height of the flame is determined by the length of the wick. Now what I've got going on here in the back is I've got 4 different options that I wanted to share with you, I wanted to talk about. This is the string that I'm using. 100% cotton twine, $3.50 at my culinary store. The cool thing about this string is it breaks down into 3 separate plies. Okay, see that? There's 3 different plies to this string. So what's going on here on the left is this is 1 ply, okay, and then this one is 2 ply, this one's 3 ply, and this one is also 3 ply with a longer wick. The wick hasn't been cut back. Now what's really neat about this last one, and I'll take it over here and I'll show you, I'll bring it close, is I set this ingot, this little candle, right down in the glass, and you can see that there's airspace on the side of this. But what's cool about it is as the candle starts melting, if I leave the wick high, it'll melt and it'll kind of form to the glass. Pretty cool. And as the candle continues to burn down, it will it just continues to burn down. It works really good. So if I'm gonna put those in the bath or something like that, it works really good. These are good little candles. And then with all my excess wax, I'll just pour it right back in the ingot mold, and you can see I have a partial here because I had a little bit left. I didn't use all the wax, but I had some of it left, so I pour it right in there. And then when I'm ready to do another candle making session, I have the wax very easy in these ingots that'll fit right in my pot right here, and that'll do quite a few candles. That'll probably do, I don't know, 6, 8 candles, something like that. And so this is kind of what they look like. Again, if you look at the bottom of them, I just smashed the string down, and it works pretty good. I don't have to have wick holders and all that other stuff. I just smash them down. So when it comes to the common wax, blow this one out, and I'm going to cut the wick here in a second. When it comes to these common wax candles, I highly recommend that you don't use them inside the house too much, because when you have all these different mixtures of wax, it puts out different smells and scents, and they're more or less, in my opinion, outdoor candles. These guys are. They're outdoor candles, and you know, you can burn them. Like, I'll burn them in the bathtub or something, but if you want something that smells good, I'd recommend against these because they're common wax. You can see I trimmed the wick down, and you'll notice when I light this baby back up, the flame will be smaller. So that's my common wax. I also have a mold here that I use to make my candles for my UCO lanterns. Works great. This is a beeswax version. They turn out good and they work great in that UCO lantern. So just in case you might have been wondering as you're watching, this is a 3-ply. This is the full string, same as this one. This is 2-ply, this is 1-ply, this is, well, 1, 2, 3, all 3 of these on the end are 3-ply. Now you might be wondering, why would you want 1-ply versus 2-ply versus 3-ply? 1-ply is for when you want a candle that's not going to put out a lot of heat and it's going to burn for a long time and create just a tiny bit of light. 2-ply is my personal favorite. 3-ply I really like a lot too. 3-ply is very easy, but the problem with the 3-ply is they burn the whole diameter of the candle in some cases, and sometimes you'll get some spillage coming off the side of the candle. That's why I put them in this little jar. So folks, I want to say thank you for stopping by. I hope that this video helped you out. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Please feel free to like this video, share this video, and if you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you. And until next time, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a